Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you, and I hope that today's gone well for you. Today is Monday, August 5th, 2024. It's about 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I hope that you all had a great Monday, and I hope that you all had a productive and non-stressful Monday. And I say that because, I upload these videos in the evening time, but I make them in the morning. So by the time you see them, Monday will have already passed. And so, yeah, as for me, making another video for you all before work. Nothing out of the ordinary for me. But have you all seen the stock market? The stock market is going down. Like, man. Stock market. But you look at the stock market, you look at the numbers, and there's two ways that an investor can generally look at this situation, right? S&P 500 is free falling, but there is two ways that an investor can generally look at this situation. The first way is, they can look at it from the perspective of, hey, I have to cut my losses, take money out. Or you can look at it from a perspective of, hey, everything is on sale. Let me buy in when everything is on sale. So there's generally two ways that an investor can look at this situation. And so I just thought I'd put that out there because, I don't want the stock market, S&P 500 free falling like it is to be, all doom and gloom. Just let y'all know there's two ways that investors generally look at this situation. And, if you're in it for the long run, it really, these ups and downs really don't matter in the long run, right? Or at least they shouldn't matter if you're invested for the long term, right? That's just how I look at it, though. And so, let's actually talk about the subject of this video. Got a suggestion from Cole Will. He said you should do one about brain rot taking over the younger side of Gen Z and most of Generation Alpha. Well, I saw a statistic about Generation Alpha. I've heard that they're the smallest generation. Like smaller than Gen Z, smaller than millennials, smaller than Gen X, baby boomers. They're the smallest generation in 100 years. Now, I don't know whether that statistic is true, but I did read some numbers that there's only like 39 million Gen Alphas compared to like 70 million Gen Zers or something like that. Don't 100% know that's accurate, but I can believe it, right? Everything's so expensive. People having less children. And so, but social media is raising Gen Z and Gen Alpha. We don't really have many parents that are truly concerned about parenting their kids anymore. You know, I hear a lot of reports from teachers saying that these kids, they don't listen. They're getting worse and worse every year as far as behavior and as far as test scores. When you actually call the parent to do a parent-teacher conference or whatever needs to be done, a lot of these parents, they blame the teacher and they think that their child is perfect and can do no wrong. That's what I hear from a lot of teachers, right? And it makes it hard for them to do the job, right? You know, I hear that their attention spans are shorter, you know, and that's due to the social media. That's due to Instagram, TikTok just completely taking over the world, in America in particular. You know, you hear all these different things on social media and see all these different things on social media, and you realize that most of the stuff on social media, like, that's why I don't get on TikTok very often, because most of the stuff on there is nonsense. But when you look at the numbers, there's a lot of people actually watching a lot of this nonsense that you see on TikTok and social media and Instagram in general. At least YouTube, you can actually learn things on YouTube. There ain't really a lot you can learn off of TikTok, unless the little short video or whatever is actually educational. But those types of videos don't really get a ton of views. You know, a lot of the videos that get views are gossip or some sort of nonsense that just isn't gonna affect your life in any way. You know, celebrities, it's all nonsense, right? But that's what you see when you open up TikTok and you start scrolling. You're gonna see that stuff. Even if you press like the little button to where you don't want this type of stuff recommended, I mean, you can't get away from them, you know. Celebrity gossip and all this. It's just an endless supply of nonsense. And that's part of what's affecting Gen Z and Gen Alpha. It's gotten worse. I'm actually a Gen Z myself. But I'm an old Gen Z, right? 25 years old. When I was in high school, TikTok wasn't really popular like that. I don't even think that YouTube Shorts were out yet. Snapchat was pretty popular, and trying to think, Instagram was pretty popular. I mean, Instagram has been pretty popular for a long time, but yeah, TikTok wasn't even really popular yet. But I do remember right after I graduated high school about how they were saying TikTok is eventually gonna like get really popular because, you know, people have shorter attention spans, and this is an outlet where people can just watch a bunch of really short videos, and, you know, it can become very addicting. And that eventually became the case. You know, TikTok is very popular now. Attention spans are shorter. People are following what they see on social media more and more. You know, you have a lot of these, and also another thing, these pranks. You have a lot of people doing pranks and stuff on TikTok, and I mean, pranks have been around for a while. I mean, you've seen them on YouTube, but a lot of these pranks nowadays are just people like messing with random people. Like, they're not really pranking them, they're just bothering them. That's the word. They're just bothering people, you know. And you see this stuff, and it just makes you wonder, you know, where are we gonna be in 10 years, 20 years, as far as Gen Z, Gen Alpha, right? Where's this country gonna be in 20 years, right? Because it's pretty bad. TikTok has really it's really changed people. You know, now everybody wants to post everything they do on TikTok. You know, no matter how pointless it is. It's just rough, you know. It's rough out here. And it's a lot of foolishness you see on the internet, on these social media platforms. And that's what's raising Gen Z. That's why you see a lot of behavior issues with Gen Z and Gen Alpha. You see a lot of foolishness. But who knows where we're going to be in the future, as far as Gen Z, Gen Alpha, right? And so, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's been taken over. You know, parents not parenting these kids nowadays. A lot of these parents are on TikTok and social media, right? A lot of these parents, they are basically doing the same thing as the kids. You know, posting everything on social media and, you know, caring about likes, right? On Instagram and TikTok and all these different social media platforms. And so you have parents with a low attention span raising kids that have a low attention span. It's unfortunate to see. I wonder what would happen if all of a sudden social media, just like every social media app, just stopped working completely. Like, would that help people's attention spans? I actually think it would. I actually do think that would help. If all of a sudden they just stopped working for like 3 months straight, it would be rough at first, but you know, people would adjust to it and actually get back to what's most important in life, right? And so, yeah, that is pretty much it. You know, I do thank you. Cole Will asked I should do one about brain rot taking over the younger side of Gen Z and most of Gen Alpha. That's kind of my thoughts on the whole situation as far as this social media and everything just ruining these kids, ruining Gen Z, ruining Gen Alpha, right? So, and I'm Gen Z, so it's ruining my generation. So, anyway, I do thank you all for watching this video. Hope that you were relaxed. And Thanks for watching.